Assalamualaikum. Hello, hi, namaste. Hope you're fine and healthy. As you know, we always try to connect you with the people who are doing it good in their life and inspiring the world. Today we have Musa Olatunji from Nigeria. He's a student ambassador. He's also a consultant, business statistics, accountant. He's also the co-founder of More Global Foundation. He's doing great in their life. In his life, he's also doing inspiring the youth. And this interview series is supported by Rehan Foundation and Institute of Peace. Assalamualaikum. Hello, Musa, are you here? Can you please introduce us? And at first, welcome, very warm welcome from Pakistan.
Okay, thank you for having me. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Peace be unto everyone that is watching us all over the world. As today marks the first Jumat in the year. I'm Musa Olatunji from Nigeria, and I'm the lead consultant for Bimor Global Consulting, where we help our business thrive, the SMEs, and we also have the More Global Foundation, the foundation that helps the privileged, the underprivileged. We help them to become more, we help them to have clarity in their goals. So thank you for having me.
That's very great. I was looking at your profile and there were a lot of things. And I just want to know that how you manage all that things and how you're really inspiring the youth, your students.
Okay, my journey started early enough. From my primary school, I started volunteering. I don't know what it is called then. It was called volunteering. But all I noticed was that I just love to do it, where I help teachers to write on the board. In Nigeria here, we call it the blackboard. It's a black charcoal board in 1990s. So from there, it started the passion serving humanity started growing in me. Because I derive self-fulfillment from it, and I love when I contribute to people's happiness. The feedback I get from there made me to become who I am today. And that is one of the drives that keeps me going to do more for humanity. So a lot of people have been asking me, how do you cope? How do you manage to be in almost everywhere? I tell them it is the passion. Passion first, then your purpose will align, then the impact you want to create. Then whatsoever at the end of this, at the result, is it the profit you're looking at or is it the fulfillment? So for me, it is two things. At first, it was impact. That's what drives me most time to do most of the things I do. If you have read my profile, you will notice I have the impact side and I have the profit side. So if I want to do the profit side, I know I'm going to be as a trained accountant, a business consultant, and a development strategist. Then for the most of the time, what people know me as is for the impact, which I've been doing for over a decade. So I belong to different local and international organizations.
That's pretty good. That's awesome. Really. I saw Nigerian. Actually, I connected with before you. I connected with some Nigerian friends, boys and girls also, and I just saw that they are pretty involved in volunteerism. They are pretty involved in social work. They are really good. They always they said that they wanna create an impact, and that was really a positive side. I just love that thing that you people are much active in volunteering work or social work. You want to do something for the like your for the African people, for the world, and it is really pretty good. Musa, as you are doing a lot of things, you are also inspiring the students, the young people. I want to know that did someone inspire you, and is there someone whom you call your mentor?
Okay, definitely. For everyone, this life is a journey. People are ahead of you while you're in the middle, and some are below you. So everybody has a role model and everybody has a mentor. As for me, my role model has always been the Nelson Mandela. When it comes to volunteering, he has always been my role model. And for the mentorship, I have different mentors in different aspects. like I said, from my bio, you will notice I have different portfolios. In terms of business strategies, I have my boss, Mr. Taiwo Adepoju. In leadership, I have the president of Accra Business School, which I'm also part of their student, Bishop Gideon Titiofe. I have a lot of leadership and a coach and mentors who put me through. I didn't just become who I am today. I went through the stages of learning, which a majority of we youth we need to really understand that you cannot just become anybody without being humble, without being ready to learn. It's a learning process. I'm also learning, I'm growing, but I am not who I am the past 5 years compared to who I am today now.
That's really wonderful. Musa, as you said that you are also doing this, you are also a consultant, business strategist, and accountant. And do you think that apart, you're doing social work, but apart from social work, you have financial freedom. You need to work on your financial. You need to do, financial security. You make it secure, and then you can easily do volunteering work. Like you have to balance the both things. If you
Okay, if I get your question, you're trying to ask me how do I balance
all right.
from my social work and my professional field, right?
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I
Is
Musa,
that
I
the
said
question
that.
you asked?
Okay, I said that there some students make a mistake that they don't focus on their social security, on they don't focus on their financial freedom, financial security. They're pretty involved in social work, but they have not social freedom. So can you please guide in this perspective to the young people that they need to make their self financially secure, because that's important too.
Okay, I really love your question. I really love your question. Just 2 days ago, there is a particular post I tagged the Vita Truth. Just 2 days ago, I just posted that particular post on my Facebook. And what did I had to share that experience. It was just a short the young people to understand that you cannot
A
give
voice,
what you don't have. You cannot keep giving anybody, you cannot keep giving what you don't have. So it is
Musa, your voice is cutting. Can you please? There is a
very
connection
important
instability.
in the.
Can you please check it?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's fine now.
Okay. So, like I said, on my Facebook page, I just posted 2 days ago about the bitter truth, which emphasize on the question you are asking me now, because I've seen a lot of youth. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Can you youth financial security, their financial freedom is not there. They just believe because they have the passion, they want to impart. They just go into the non-profit space. Majority even make the mistake by creating their own foundation. Why they don't understand the process? They don't understand what it means to have a foundation, how you're going to operate it. So at the end, something. So in the post, I had to share a story of mine, how before people know me to be in the non-profit space, I was able to share my professional background, which is where I stated that I've worked in 5 different industries with over 7 years of experience, professional experience, before I despite I've been volunteering from primary school till date, which is over a decade in the volunteering for over a decade, I did not stop working professionally. I was working professionally so that I'll be able to have financial support. I'll be able to be financially independent myself so that I'll be able to fund any projects that I'm going to do, any community social work I want to do. So young people need to understand that you cannot just come into the social space and believe money will just keep coming in and you will keep doing the social work. If you don't generate income, money will not come. That's the reality. And the reality is that people need to understand that this non-profit space we are talking about, it means you have enough and you want to give. So if you don't have, how are you going to give? And there are things that you need to learn too. That's why I always emphasize on the learning. Young people need to really understand the importance of learning. You need to learn the process. You need to volunteer first. You need to be a follower before you can become a leader. For a leader to lead well, he or she must have been a good follower. So it is very important when you're talking about the financial aspect, you need to work. You need to have something that is generating income for you. So it is, let's emphasize on that. You need to have something that is generating income for you before you can start claiming to be a leader. You want to be a founder. You want to do social work. Social work means you're giving. You are not receiving. What you will be receiving is the self-fulfillment you derive, the happiness you derive, that you are contributing to someone's growth, you're contributing to the community, not profit. That's why they call it non-profit. So you are the one giving. So you should be financially stable, financially independent. So thank you for the question.
Thank you, you too, for the answer. And it's really important, actually. You have to maintain the balance between two. You have to make, because sometimes we just lack in one. Sometimes we have a lot of financial stability, but we don't involve in social. And that's not because when you involve in volunteering work or social work, it's for your soul. It's just like that you're grooming your body, you're grooming your soul, and you're getting peace. And with that you also have other things that need to be done. You also have many necessities, and that demand finance. So these both things are really important. Thank you for your answer. Musa, I want to know that as you are also the co-founder and executive of More Global Foundation. Am I right? Can you please
Yes,
elaborate for us the purpose and concept behind it?
I can hear you.
All right. I just repeat. I said that as you are the co-founder and executive of the More Global Foundation, I want to know that what's the basic uh, concept or idea behind taking this initiative?
Okay, yeah, thank you. The ideology is this question you asked, everybody have been asking me because they see More Global Foundation as we are different from others. And how are we different? The ideology, when we bet More Global Foundation in 2017, it was conceived by fellow global youth ambassadors. I'm a global youth ambassador under the award in London, a charity organization that focuses on SDG for quality education, most especially for out of school children. So on that body, we have global youth ambassadors from different countries. I have friends from Pakistan, from different countries, in more than 19 countries. So
Oh, wow.
when I share the ideology is that we've been seeing a lot of different social enterprise, different non-profit organization, where they claim they are non-profit organization, but at the end, they are not really doing what a non-profit organization is supposed to be doing. majority, all because of greed, all because of selfish interests. They will not want, they just want to serve credit alone. And at the end, they are not really creating the real impact. So we come together, we realize, okay, as a global youth ambassadors, what can we do? So myself, fellow global youth ambassadors from Tanzania, Aisha Mesantu, global youth ambassador from Kenya, Jeffrey, I've forgotten his other name. Then global youth ambassador from Rwanda, Uganda, I mean. The 4 countries came together in 2017, December 2017, and we said, okay, for More Global Foundation, what we'll be doing is we'll look at organizations, NGOs, that are aligned with our own goals, which is SDG 3, SDG 4, SDG 3 health, SDG 4 education, SDG 16 peace, and SDG 17, which is a partnership and collaboration. We will be able to bring our own expertise. We collaborate with them. We make sure their projects have a significant impact. Whatever project they are going to do in a community will have to be sustainable. So that's the ideology of More Global Foundation. We are more focused on the SDG 17 partnership. We look at your organization, the project you're doing. If it's aligned with the SDG 3 and SDG 4, we partner with you. We make sure the project is very, very executed successfully with a lot of impact. And we've been doing that. We've partnered with over 20 different organizations across different continents on different projects running. Presently, we are running a project. It is called the NCDS project, Non-Communicable Disease Project. This project is initiated from Stolink, which is an organization from Kenya. And it's a 1-year campaign on health campaign to create awareness on the non-communicable disease. So we've been doing different lots of projects. So that is the whole ideology, just to make sure every organization we are going to partner with creates a sustainable impact. Not just impact that because you just want to take selfie, you just want to take picture, you just want to see that, you just want the public to see that you're doing something, and at the end, it's not really creating the impact. So that's the whole ideology about the More Global Foundation.
That's really awesome, amazing. So as you're in connection with the people from all over the world, and we all, we know that we learned that your network is your network, and and you know that we are also doing this session. We are actually connecting the people, and I say that it's mean that we're connecting the opportunity. There's some people who are related to that can connect with certain people and can get the opportunity. So I just wanna, Musa, can you please suggest, can you give some tips to all the young people that how they can connect, how they can make connections. Like now it's easy when you have a mobile phone, when you have a network, when you have a Facebook, even when you have some such social network, social handles, you can make connection. But there are some tips, there are some ethics, there is some manners that you need to follow. So can you please guide us?
Okay, like you said, your network is your net worth, which is one of my strong key skills I have also. And so far, so good. I've been mentoring people on networking. It is general. When you go online, you see different, it is almost similar. But I always use I use that is very successful for me over time that I've been using. And these are they are very simple. Make a real connection. Don't just connect to people all because you want something from them. That's the very first instruction I always give. Make a real connection. Like when you and I connected on Facebook, the very first thing I did to you was to welcome you, thank you, appreciating you for accepting my request. Then we started talking. We did not started initiating, okay, can you come and speak? No, that is rude. And a lot of people do that a lot. Make the real connection first. Understand the person first. Once you understand the person, then from there, you build trust. You build likeness. then you'll be able to know which way you both can work together, how you can tap into each other network. So people should build real connection. Women, we are all human beings, we have emotions. So it is very, very important. So if you are able to do that, then make sure it is professional. Not because the person allows you to be able to interacting with them, you now abuse such relationship. I've seen where people will come to my inbox, they will just write anyhow. I will just be like, okay, no problem. But we all have level of patience. There are some people, once they see it, they will not to such message, they will not respond. Someone like me, I respond to her, all because I believe we are all learning. So I'll give you every doubt, I'll give you every chance for you to correct yourself. But there are some people, they can't. So that's why I always emphasize build the relationship first. So that once you understand the person, you'll be able to know the channel of communication. You'll be able to know what he or she the person doesn't like. Once you build connection, then you start from that connection, you'll be able to learn different things. Then from there, make it professional before you start making it, you start using words that are unprofessional. Because once you make it professional, that person will also respect your own brand. Because people need to understand in networking, you're not just taking your own self, your own personality to the person. You're also taking the brand you are representing. And that person you're meeting at the other hand is, once the person accepts, it means four things are involved. You, that you're connecting with the person, your brand that you're representing, then the person at the other hand that is accepting your request, and their brand. So those are the four things. That's why in networking, you create a human connection, make a real connection, then make it professional. Because that professional will make sure your brand is not stained. So those are the
That's
two
so
key
good.
major parts.
Exactly same like that. It's a really awesome. Exactly this. It's a really a great opportunity to connect with the people, but with the right way and a professional way. Musa, is I just want to know that as you, how you at first, how you find your passion, and there are some people, some young people say that they are passionate to do something. We want to do something, but they don't find the way, they don't find the right direction, how they can get their dreams, how they can get their destination. Can you please guide them that? If you know your passion, what step you need to follow then, on which things, on which skills you need to work.
Okay, yeah. When you're passionate, it means you whatever you're doing. Passion, I'll just simplify it in my own terms. Passion means what you love doing that never
Oh,
gives you stress. What you love doing. So whenever you say passion, maybe purpose, you can say purpose is a journey. You keep purpose is for life. You keep discovering different things. But passion is what you love doing. So whatever you love doing, that you can do it without being paid, without being stressful to you, that you just love doing it, you derive happiness from it. It is your passion. So for you to understand what you love doing, engage in different activities first. I, for example, I started with different goals. I've done SDG 1, I've done SDG 3, I've done SDG 4, I've done different SDG. So, but right now, I'm working on SDG 8, SDG 4, SDG 16, and 17. All because I've seen that over time, I've been able to build capacity. I've been able to network on different platforms. So when you understand your passion, these are something you love doing. So keep engaging in it. Your passion, whatever you love doing, you will never get tired of doing it. So if it is your passion, you will never get tired. If it is not your passion, if it is not what you're passionate about, definitely you will get tired and you will leave it. So those are the signs you see when you Whatever you're passionate about, you will be keen on it. Your consistency will be there. I call it the 3 C's. The conviction will be there, the consistency, the commitment will be there, and the consistencies will be there. Which these 3 C's will always bet success, we always bet growth. So your passion will always gives you conviction that yes, this thing that I'm doing is what I love doing. Your passion, whatever you're passionate about, will make you committed to that thing. You'll always be doing it. You'll never get tired. Whatever you're passionate about, there will be consistency, because what you derive first is that happiness that you're doing this thing. So if it is social work, for example, I do mentoring for a lot of youth. Why do I do that? My why, which my why is over in the years, in 2014 when I graduated from school, I was also confused. I don't know what next step to take, despite I've been in the non-profit space. That's why I said passion and purpose actually goes along sometimes, because purpose is a journey. So when I graduated, I was like, okay, what next? What is? I don't just want to be going about beating around the bush. I just want to focus on this thing and start building myself. So I went to ask a friend. That's where mentorship comes in. Who is above me? And he guided me through. He put me through this process. That's why mentoring is very important. But we see a lot of youths, their pride, their ego will not let them to come to people who they know that is above them. Or because, let me clear this, mentorship, a mentor doesn't mean the person must be older above you. The person can be your age mate. But in personal development, in capacity, in exposure, experience, the person is far, far above you. That person can be your mentor. So mentorship, a mentor doesn't really have the circle of being the person is your age range or the person is above you. So far, the person is exposed, has capacity, and has been doing what you aspire to be, has been doing it successfully. That person can be your mentor. So let your guard down, put your pride aside, go and learn. I've learned from different sets of mind we are the same age. I've learned from people who are far, far below me in age. So it is very, very important. Mentorship, capacity building. Once you keep building your capacity, you keep discovering different skills that will make you excel in that line.
That's so true. It's a big reason like that. It's so much true. Thank you for your time. Thank you for this wonderful session. Thank you for these wonderful advices that for the young people, if they wanna listen them, they can get much learning for their work, for their professional work. Also, this is so much important. And thank you so much, Musa. At the end, I wanna can I get last message from your side for the people, for the young people who are watching?
Okay, thank you. My name is Musa. 7 years ago, majority don't know who I am. But today, my name is a brand that I've pushed to over 100 countries. And what led me to that? Passion, purpose, impact, and profit led me to that. And how was I able to achieve that? By knowing my why. By knowing my why. I know my why before I engage. So my message has always been, before you start anything, make sure you understand your why, the reason why you want to do this thing, the reason why you want to engage in this thing. Once you know your why, build your capacity. Always be humble. Be a good follower. A good follower will always lead to a great leader. Take it or leave it. That's just the simple truth. A good follower will always be a great leader. So know your why, align yourself, build capacity, keep building capacity. The more you're building capacity, the more you're getting exposure, the more you're getting to know yourself. Then please and please make a real connection. Don't just connect to people all because of the opportunity you see you can tap. Make a real connection. I make a real connection. That's why I've been able to get different opportunities around all the world. I've never traveled to I've only been to Ghana, Benin Republic, but my name is in over 100 countries till today, and I'm still building it. I'm still learning and never stop learning. It is very, very important.
That's a really wonderful message. Pretty good. That's exactly like that. Young people who also said it's really important to know your why. Once you know your why, it seems okay to go further, to move on, to follow something. But at first, you have to know why you're doing this. Even we are doing this session, before doing this session, it's pretty show that why we're doing this session, because we want to connect the people, we want to connecting the opportunities, we want to learn from each other, and that's really important. Thank you, Musa, for your time, for this wonderful
Yeah.
session, for such good advice. uh, thank you both for watching. Again, we always say one thing, that be positive, stay positive, and please avoid negativity. If you ever get it, just avoid it, and take care of each other, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.